Hello, my friends. This is Rachel Archelaus. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about the Kardashians. I know you're probably dying to know more about them, but I look at them from a different perspective. So, what is going on with them? What are they showing the world? Why do we care if we're kind of from that spiritual, holistic background? I've always watched the show. I really enjoy it because I love stories of people who get what they want, right? Like when they started out, they weren't famous. They were well off, but they weren't famous. And yeah, a lot of people say that they had a sex tape, that's what made them famous. But one thing does not make you famous, right? Work, showing up over and over, cultivating what you've got makes you famous. Their show is free on Hulu for past seasons, and you can watch the evolution, right? I think in the first season, Kim is doing some runway show in like a janky club in LA, and it's just like pretty horrible. So if you want to go and see that for yourself, definitely do check it out. But beyond that, I want to show the parallel between stepping into 5D and the Kardashians and what they're showing the world. So for those of you who are not familiar, this whole idea of 5D, or the fifth dimension, is that we as human beings are spiritual beings, right? We are made of energy, and we are evolving out of the third dimension of polarity, of time and space, and we're basically becoming amazing energetic creatures who can manifest instantly, and we don't need to eat, we don't need to have sex to procreate, and we can just like create whatever we want in front of us with our superpowers. Now, whether you believe in that or not doesn't really matter. That's what the scoop is out there in the spiritual world. Now, I want to talk about how the Kardashians are actually really showing us that we're moving in that direction. Because what are we talking about when we're talking about 5D? We're talking about the ability to be self-sustaining, right? To be and do whatever we want, to not have to work in order to make money, to then survive. We're talking about sustaining ourselves just off of our being. Now, I think the definition of that now is having some kind of career or sustaining yourself just based on who you are, right? A lot of the flack that the Kardashians get is that they're famous for nothing. They're not talented. Like, they're not singers, they're not actresses, they're not dancers, they're not designers, although that's debatable since they do have some, cosmetic and fashion lines and stuff. But even before that, they were famous, right? And they didn't really have anything going on other than just being themselves. But isn't that the point? Like, isn't that what we're all searching for? We don't need to be famous for it, but we all want to be self-supporting just for being who we are. And they are doing that. Whether you agree with the glam that they have or not, doesn't matter. That's what they like. That's what they want. They're quite a loving, beautiful family if you've ever watched the show. And I think that they're showing us that when we are really true to ourselves, that is possible for us. And I like that. So if you want to feel more in touch with the possibility of that, I think they are a good example. There are other examples of having our 5D world now, such as 3D printing. Right? So if we're going toward instant manifestation, then 3D printing is pretty cool, right? It still uses some raw materials and it still takes some time to print that out, but people are printing amazing things now. They're printing DNA, they're printing organs, they're printing model heads. I mean, they're printing toys and all sorts of stuff, but they're printing it, right? They're printing a 3D thing. I mean, I grew up in the whole dot matrix era, and I think we've come a really long way. Pretty soon we'll be printing food if we're not printing food already, and it'll just be quite amazing. There's a solar and renewable energy revolution going around the world. My boyfriend and I just got solar for our house, and it's pretty cool. We live in Arizona. We have an AC running all the time, and a pool pump and all sorts of stuff, and our house is sustaining for the most part on solar. It's really remarkable how far we've come, and if you're the kind of person that just sees the turmoil and the bad stuff, I'm here to remind you that you're seeing the aftermath of some really big changes, and you're seeing systems getting blown apart right now. But that's because all of this light has flooded in, and it's just the particles floating in the air that you're seeing. Things have really gotten amazingly quick now, and if you just look out your window, you're gonna see a sign of some amazing progress. So I hope this cheered you up, and I hope you now love the Kardashians. I totally want to hear your comments on this one, so leave them below. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to intuitive art and you've never done it with me, go to intuitiveartacademy.com for your free class. You'll learn how to have a conversation with your higher self in 3 easy steps. That's intuitiveartacademy.com. And if you're already a pro or you've done the free class, and you want to learn more about creating abundance from your purpose, go to workyourpurpose.com and you'll watch a free video series all about what it takes to create a purposeful income from doing what you love. All right, enjoy, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.